Hi guys, I'm Justin at EC Commander Justin on Instagram, and I'm with.
What's going on, guys? It's Jonathan once again. What's going on, our Burgundy Ballers? Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome. We got some humongous, crazy news, guys. But first, happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Happy early Thanksgiving, guys. It's only the beginning of November, but early Thanksgiving to you guys. Make sure the holidays are nice. Make sure those turkeys are nice and juicy and cooked. Make sure that stuffing is nice and seasoned. Make sure you have that cornbread on standby. I want to see
Yes,
a picture. If there's no cornbread, I ain't sitting down for a meal. I'm, I'm
100% agreed.
I'm watching you guys, but I digress. It's only the beginning of November. But episode 3, guys, we got big news, not just week 9 predictions. We got massive bombshell news within the last 24 hours, within the last 12 hours, really, as of recording. But we're going to jump right into the biggest bombshell of the day. Daniel Snyder and Tanya Snyder hires Bank of America to help monitor and explore potential tran tran transactions. Sorry, guys. Voice is weird. Transactions for either a minority stake or the whole franchise of the Washington Commanders. This is big news.
Guys, this isn't a dream. Pinch yourself right now. It hurts. It's not a dream. This is we won the Super Bowl if he does sell the team, guys. We
Yep,
all us fans have been waiting for this moment. And now it's slowly inching closer for this to happen.
it is. And guys, if some of y'all don't believe me, I'm gonna pull up. I mean, this is the Washington Post. I could go to ESPN, I could go to CNBC, I could go to wherever. Snyder's considering sale of the Commanders. Consider potential transactions related to the league. And what we put out, meaning the team, said we are exploring all options. This is huge because in the last 20 something years of his ownership, he has repeatedly said, we're never changing the name. I am never selling the team. Well, two things have happened. We have not changed the name once, we have changed the team name twice. And now you're looking to have potential transactions about stakes or ownership. Is this the end of Big Bad Wolf Dan Snyder in the nation's capital?
Most likely, now you have the feds enter
Yep.
if they have a criminal case against Snyder right now.
Yes, I do. And guys, if you guys didn't see that bombshell of news either, let me pull up this little soundbite for you.
And if real quick, if you had the NFL channel, all all day long on the NFL channel, if you have TV at home, has been talking about Snyder selling the team
Oh
like
yeah.
all day long.
Yep. Guys, so the big Dan Snyder bombshell hit about 9:30, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time today, which is November 2nd on a Wednesday, which I was recording. Within not even 12 hours, this hit about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The U.S. Attorney's Office in the East District of D.C., so where, the DMV area, the very top, has hired or opened a criminal investigation into the Commanders, or more importantly, really to Dan Snyder, that we have engaged in financial improprieties. So, guys, remember that whole thing where the Commanders made like 5 mil off the season ticket holders and weren't disclosing those financials to the other team owners, and we were holding money back? This is now it.
Yeah, it took it long enough.
Massive. Guys, that is two bombshells within really 9 hours of each other. Snyder was breaking news hit about, I think it was 10:30 or 9, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. First Take had it right on the scene. Then Sports Center, and all of a sudden, bam, Schefter hits this out. This smells, The Rock. If you smell, I'm smelling what The Rock is cooking, and it's smelling like the end of Devil Dan.
Yeah, I smell it too.
It's, guys, we can only I've said it before, I don't wish to take food off people's tables, but he's an exception. He's got the money for the table, the food, the chef, and the groceries. I don't care. He can go. He said repeatedly, this is my team. I want to keep this for me, for Tanya, for the kids, for the grandkids. Not anymore. Not anymore.
He screwed up, and if he's paying the price, my take on this is, he screwed up. He knows he screwed up. The only way to get out of this is selling the team. I mean,
Yeah.
he's already going to get sued, more or less. He already got sued by all the cheerleaders and all the females and everybody like that. Then he screwed up by holding the money that you didn't tell everybody.
Yep.
Which that was $5 million. And now all this breaking down. You have the federal feds in this.
Mm-hmm.
You have no other option but to sell. You
No
already
option.
you're just a screw up already. You have nothing else to do. And then the fact of you could easily get voted out any day.
Yeah.
With all the NFL owners, I think they need 24 owners to vote him out.
Yep, you
And
need
he is
24 of 32 owners, which is really 24 of 31, being that he's on the hot seat to elect a owner out. So you need 24, you need about, what is it, 80, 75, 80% of the owners to say, nah, you ain't it. Irsay is already one of them. He's been vocal about it. He's saying, we have merit. If he supposedly lost Jerry Jones.
Yeah, the last rumor I saw, he's at very, 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 very thin string with every owner, including Roger Goodell.
Roger Goodell, the commissioner, yeah. Well, think about this too. We don't know the reports. We don't know the findings in either the House congressional hearing investigation or the Mary Jo investigation that the commanders brought in privately. We still don't know
Yeah.
those results either.
No, we don't. And what scares me as a fan, Dan could sell it to almost anybody who wants. Hopefully, it's a good buyer, like
Yeah,
Jay-Z, the Mannings, or the Amazon dude that owns
someone.
Amazon. But what scares me is what happens if Snyder's guilty and we just lost our first round draft pick
Yeah.
because the Dolphins got in trouble for tanking and they lost their first round draft pick. So this means we're going to possibly lose ours or a pick
Possibly
at some
this,
point.
if not more, if not way more. Because now it's saying, different groups have, shown interest. Like at this day and age, who doesn't want to own an NFL franchise, especially one that's historic and had such early success as the Commanders, the football team, and then the previous name, which was the skin that used to be the color of my shirt. It's been around since what, 1932? It's almost we're in the 90th season of Washington. Who's to say that Jay-Z or The Rock, even though he owns the XFL, who says he doesn't want to get on this NFL cash cow?
Or even the Mannings. I hope the Mannings come
Manning.
here. Mannings have been looking, they were, there was one rumor a while back, and they were looking to possibly buy some sort of sports team in the
Yeah,
future. This could be the chance,
you can.
Then
Well,
who knows?
so
Maybe we get, who knows? Maybe we get Arch Manning in a couple of years too. That'd be impressive.
that'd be a long shot, but it's impressive. Well, two things to point out. One, Forbes lists Washington at around, I believe it's 5.5, $5.6 billion, which I think we're top five in most valuable franchises, if not top seven.
Yeah.
And B, Bank of America helped sell the Los Angeles Clippers when Donald Sterling had his whole issue and he had to sell the team. Third, I said too, here's a third. Denver Broncos went for 4.65, I believe, to the Walmart people. Who's to say that Washington doesn't now go for 5 they're worth, maybe a bit more? Once that happens, maybe we get that new stadium after all. Maybe we get, a bit more push or loose ends now because all of a sudden Snyder's gone. So maybe the spotlight's less on us. Or it's literally just Dan's bluffing again. All he's doing is creating cash around him. because now he's got all this debt. He's got to find a way to pay it. Let's say you give up 30% shares. Well, now you've made a few million, few hundred millions of dollars. You're at a debt now.
I don't think it's a bluff. I think everybody knows some. Us fans don't know, from Missioner to Dan actually screwing up and knowing what he didn't do wrong.
Yeah.
You know, the investigation and all that. I think Dan's he's financially unstable, and
Yeah.
he looks at it, Tanya, and like, we got to sell because we're going to be sued. We're already sued for this. We're being sued for that. We probably have
Yep.
to pay this much to X, Y, and Z person. So I think it's legit. I don't think it's drama at all.
I hope it's legit. I really, really hope it's legit. Every single person hopes legit, whether it's, us, Rio, Command Central, our good buddies over there, our buddy Liam,
So
on the
tech.
board, anyone we know that's a Commanders fan prays and hopes to God, Allah, whoever you pray to, we are hoping that they send the prayers and Snyder's gone. But there is a good chance, knowing Snyder, he pulls a fast one. It just sells shares of ownership because he's the CEO. What's it gonna hurt? You give a 30% shares. You still own 70%. You're still acting CEO.
I don't think I don't think that's the case. I think this is legit. I think somebody is forcing him under behind closed doors. Whether it's Commissioner Roger Goodell saying, "Look, dude, us owners, we're literally 28 or 31 or 32 owners.
Yeah.
You have to sell. We're not going to make this public, but there's a lot of stuff we don't know as fans that are closed behind doors,
Yep.
information, and it only gets leaked out. I think it's one of those moments.
I hope so. We've been we've been saying this as fans since what, '05? Because, well, really since he bought the team back in '99, if we're being honest. Saying sell the team. I mean, we haven't won a playoff game since '05. We haven't had a true run since before Snyder took over. That's before my
Yeah,
time.
yeah, same. And I mean, for the last 20, 25 years, it's been nothing but, barely making the playoffs, barely doing this.
Yep.
I can't remember the last time we actually won 10 games.
Beats me.
Way before my time. I remember watching.
Beats me. I'm gonna pull that up. Washington Commanders schedule. Their winning record last.
Hey, real quick. So, ever since Snyder owned us, right?
Yep.
One playoff win, 5 winning records since '99. Changed their names, from
Yeah.
the Washington football team Commanders. And he's had a lot of allegations, like dozens.
Yeah.
And what ticked me off was he used Sean Taylor's retirement to cover up his mistakes.
It doesn't surprise me. Not one bit.
Who's Brian Allen?
Bruce Allen?
Brian B
Brian.
Y BYRON Allen. Look him up real quick. There's a new rumor out.
He's a businessman. Head of U.S. entertainment company. Entertainment. Never heard of it.
He's readying for the bidding war, apparently.
Maybe.
His second attempt by an NFL team.
Who
This
knows?
is rumor. This is rumor from Twitter's Comrach Leach. Don't know him, but this is going on Instagram right now.
Until I see like CNN or CNBC pick it up, I'm gonna keep it as a rumor. But guys, I'm gonna pull up our last since Snyder's taken over. This is what we've come down to: 99 winning record. 2000 Y2K whatever winning record, well, 500, 500, 7-9, 5-11, 6-10, 10-6. There's the last time. So we went 1-1. We went 1-1 in the playoffs. 5-11, 9-7. There we go. Lost. Great. 500, 4-12, 6-10, 5-11, 2012, 10-6. Lost. 3-13. There we go. 4-12. Hey, 9-7. Lost. 8-7. 8-7-1 actually. 7-9, 7-9, 3-13. There we go. 7-9, 7-10.
And what? 10 coaches?
1, 2, 3 because Callahan took over the end. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're right, 10 head coaches. And guys, look at this. Ready? Gruden had 14-19, so 5 years. Shanahan, 4 years. Zorn, 2. Gibbs, 4. Steve, 2. Marty, 1. Norv Turner was here before and after Snyder got in here. Look at this. First, third, second, third, tied second, fourth, third, fourth, third, fourth. First, there we go. Fourth, first, third, fourth. First, COVID year, third last year.
Not good enough.
It's not
terrible.
Good. Horrible.
And from overpaying free agents that didn't fit our system to Dan saying, "Oh, that dude's a big name. We're getting him, like it or not. He's going to play here." Like the Josh Norman deal. Gruden flat out said he didn't fit our system. Never came here to fit our system. Wasn't even Gruden's pick.
No.
Dan Snyder was the one who drafted Haskins. Rest in peace, the guy. No hate on him at all, But Snyder has ruined a lot of coaches that have tried to attempt to coach for us.
He has. Well, remember back in that 19 draft, commentators said, "Hey, Snyder is going to take over this draft." Because it was the end of the Gruden era, beginning, it was the last Gruden year. So he drafted Dwayne at 15, God rest his soul. But then he moves back up and gets Montez Sweat. So you're like, okay, maybe we do some good here. No. Not. I made a list a while ago of our past, 6 years as draft picks. And I'm gonna share this with you guys. I'm sharing a lot of screens on this episode, but you'll like it. So let's go down here to 2019. And my scroll doesn't want to work. Beautiful. That's fine. 2019. Haskins, Sweat, McLaurin, still on the team. So far, 2 of your draft picks so far have turned out great. Bryce Love, Wes Martin still here. Ross Pierre Schwacher. Holcomb still here. Kelvin Harmon. Jimmy Moreland. Jordan Brailford. That was your 2019 draft class. Only 4 of those are still here. And Martin's on the practice squad back and forth.
Yeah.
Crazy. Absolute.
Very, very crazy. I think it's Way and Holcomb, if I remember right, are the only 2 Redskin players that have been from the football team to Commanders.
Jonathan Allen, Roulier, Payne, Sweat, McLaurin, Way, Holcomb. So a good portion of our team was here when we were, the red colored, I'm not gonna say it, but it's still ridiculous.
Yeah,
still ridiculous. But we can all just hope This is the beginning of the end, the true beginning of the end. This is not some Thanos round 3 nonsense. This is Snyder's done. We're going to send him to the Shadow Realm. We're going to write him in the Death Note. We're going to snap our fingers with the gauntlet. We're going to give him whatever treatment we can and get him the hell up out of here. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Time out. We here at Ballin and Burgundy have some sponsors we need to thank. Our first sponsor is Washington on the Daily. Y'all might know him for his amazing content over on Instagram between Commanders news, predictions, wallpapers, all that. So shout out to him. That's WSH on the Daily on Instagram and WSH Fans on the Daily on Instagram as well. Our second sponsor is Pro Tech Sports Network on Instagram and YouTube. Shout out to him for being a sponsor of not only this episode, but this channel. And our third and final sponsor is On the Warpath on YouTube or Sanchez405 on Instagram. He does amazing content both on Instagram and on YouTube, so shout out to him. We want to thank all of our sponsors, and we're going to get back into this amazing content just for you guys here on Ballin in Burgundy.
Trade them for a bag of chips.
Honestly, I don't even want chips. I'll just take one little Hershey's Kiss. I'm good.
Good enough.
That's all I need.
The rest of your Halloween candy.
Exactly. Well, that's that. But guys, we still got a game on Sunday, which I will be at. I will be at the Sunday 1:00 home game against the Minnesota Purple People Eaters, the Vikings. I'll be there. I'm excited. My first NFL game. I got y'all have seen the McLaurin jersey I've rocked before. If y'all see me, come say hi, take a picture with you, tag you, do the whole 9. But I'll be there. I'm gonna be there early. I'm gonna try to get there around 12-ish to get parking because I know parking's gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna stay after and try to get an autograph, but who knows? But like I said, 1:00 at home, Minnesota Commanders. Kirk Cousins homecoming.
Yeah. I don't think Cousins gonna perform the best with the pressure. It's like his weakness.
No. But he now has a great roster. He has a good roster. Guys, if you guys didn't watch really Tuesday of the NFL deadline, the Minnesota Vikings traded a second and a third for tight end TJ Hawkinson from the Lions. So they went an interdivisional trade and got him because 3 of their tight ends are on IR. Well, 2 of them. Ben Elferson, never heard of him. But then their star guy, Irv Smith Jr., is on IR. So they're like, okay, we need someone to come in and give Kirk that security blanket. Welcome, TJ Hawkinson.
Yeah. Good trade. And
It was actually a pretty good trade.
Yeah, we got our William Jackson trade for.
Yep.
Yeah.
For nothing.
I mean,
it was a trade.
Nothing.
We got Will Jacks away, but
clear cap space. All that mattered.
We cleared cap space, and this is really all we got was a can of seltzer. Not even good water, seltzer water. But I digress. Kirk, though, Dalvin Cook is looking great. Jefferson is Jefferson. He's still a top 5 receiver. Thielen's fallen off a little bit, but he's still a solid number 2. KJ Osborne, I think, is a solidified 3. If not, he could run him as a 2. You now have Hawkinson. You still have Alexander Madison at your second running back spot. Their O-line, Christian Darrisaw, Ezra Cleveland, Bradbury, Ingram, and O'Neal, they're all right.
They're hit or miss. They get banged up a lot.
He's getting banged up, but I mean, they're on like a 5-game win streak right now. They've got hella momentum.
They might, but we have a bunch of fans happy Dan selling the team. That momentum's going to come back. Who knows? Maybe we actually get more fans that Sunday.
Yep. Well, their defense is actually pretty good too, but here's the thing, they've got injury concerns. So, like I said, Irv Smith Jr. is on IR, their tight end. Cameron Dantzler, their corner. Za'Darius Smith, their linebacker. Damian or Dalvin Tomlinson, their D end, all questionable right now. So they're starting left D end. They're starting monsters linebacker, Za'Darius Smith, and one of their best corners in Dantzler, all questionable. This might be good.
It might, long as they miss the game. I mean, Dalvin Tomlinson, he didn't practice today.
No.
A backup safety, Bynum, he was out with a non-injury.
Oh yeah, Cameron Bynum. Yeah.
Yep. Naylor had a illness,
Mm-hmm.
and Dantzler, Smith, and Thielen, they were Dantzler and Smith were limited, but Thielen was full.
Yeah, which makes sense. But they still got good pieces though. Harrison Phillips, their nose tackle. Daniel Hunter, that weak side linebacker is always monster. Eric Kendricks, Jordan Hicks, big guys. Harrison Smith and Pat P. That secondary is always good. Now they do have two rookies in the depth chart. Lewis Cine out of Georgia, who they took a 29, I believe. He's on IR. But a name I forgot they drafted was Andrew Booth Jr., the corner out of Clemson.
Yeah.
He's been on the bench.
Yeah, it makes you wonder because that what's his name? Dantzler took his spot
Yeah, Danza took his
starting,
spot.
and he looks pretty good. Like he might break out to an elite corner. Right now, he's just decent, a solid guy right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Peterson's getting old.
Yeah, Pat P's getting old. He's still solid though for his age. I mean,
Yeah, I mean he's
he's
straight up man.
32.
Yeah, and he's a straight up man to man press kind of guy,
Yeah,
which is pretty good. Hey, who knows? Maybe Terry'd have that same catch over him, like he did with Gilmore. Two kind of press cornerbacks.
yeah. I mean, right now he has 25 solo tackles, a pick, and 10 passes, defended, blocked, whatever you want to call it. So it's not like he's putting up, knock your socks off stuff. He's still Pat P though. He'll still give you the works. I think for us, it's gonna be O-line play, and it's gonna be secondary weakness, which is our same problem we've had all season. Is the O-line gonna block? Did he get having Taylor in is helping because he's mobile, so he's avoiding sacks Carson would take. They only gave up 2 sacks last week against the Colts. So that was fine. Now they're gonna Kirk Cousins, it's Kirk Cousins. He's bound for a pick. Question
Or
is
two.
or two. Question is, are we gonna get him on a pick?
I think we might. I
We
mean,
might.
look, what's our pressure? Just rushing four. We're like 40%. That O line isn't elite. They're mid tier. They're always hit or miss. They're always
Yep.
banged up. You hear about somebody needs a day off practice or got banged up on this play. You just rush like I don't like just rushing four. I like rushing a backer every once in a while.
Yeah.
But we might have to double Justin Jefferson, keep him in check with Cam Curl up top or somebody, you know.
Well, here's
But
the
if you
defense. Oh, go ahead.
go ahead.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
all right, real quick. So here's the thing: if you get to Cousins early, you give him a couple hits,
Yep.
pressures, he'll choke, he'll force it, he'll throw it away, he'll take a sack or two, and you stop Dalvin Cook. That's how you win this game. Get
Yeah.
Cousins to stop the run. You want Cousins to beat you with his arm. He's
Yeah.
not good at doing that. He is not one of those the quarterbacks for the big game or for the last 5 minutes. He's not that kind of guy.
No. and I'm looking at his stats. The least amount of passes he's attempted was against Miami. He attempted 30 passes. He's throwing over 35. He's touching 40 attempts per game. The biggest game he had was Chicago, and that was 296 yards passing. He had a pick. Chicago had a pick. New Orleans had a pick. Philly had 3 picks. There's your 5 interceptions on the year. But he's giving it, but sacks wise, he has 14 on the year. 3 against Arizona, 3 to Miami, 1 to Chicago, 3 to New Orleans, 1 to Detroit, 2 to Philly, 1 to Green Bay. Arizona doesn't have a great defense. Chicago definitely doesn't have a great defense. New Orleans doesn't have great defense. If we don't have more than 3 sacks, I'm going to be disappointed. Payne, Allen, Sweat, Smith-Williams, Ridgeway, they should eat this O-line alive.
They should. They should actually play with a 5 front. Honestly, it's honest to God, you play a 5 front because you have Cook. That's 1-on-1. I bet at least 2 of the 5 D linemen will be whatever they're on.
Yeah,
because you want Cook to go outside.
Yes, you do.
You want him to go outside.
Yeah. Well, here's what I'm thinking is we're still running a true 4-3. We have an extra safety in the back, which makes up for the 2 linebacker set. If they're running the ball effectively, relatively effectively, 2-3 yards, or a thing here, is I'm rushing 4, but I'm running a 3 linebacker package. Truly, Jamin, I'm running up the middle. I put David on the left. I put Jon on the right. You still have Curl, Fuller, and Juiced all covering each other. Yes, that might leave Hockenson open, but if you're running a running back and 3 receivers, you're not really running a tight end package either. That leaves every hole covered. That should produce sacks. That should produce forced completions, which will turn into picks.
Agreed. Jack's got to sit there. I know he doesn't like blitzing much. Change the scheme. First quarter blitz a little, make it think like we're blitzing. Second quarter, everybody on the line. Like a 5 or 6 front. Back to backers out when it's tight to play a zone, like we normally do.
Yeah.
That messes with Cousins. When he played for us, when you show your blitzing, and he'd sit there, call out his calls. He hikes it. Linebackers go back. He makes a quick route. That linebacker jumps up and picks it off. It has happened numerous times when we played here.
Yep.
Something to make note about.
Well, here's my thing is if we can keep Minnesota really, it's just a better Green Bay this year. Their defense is all right. O-line is horrible, but Kirk has weapons. Because Green Bay is not a good team this year. They're not. Minnesota probably wins the North, but you have to sack Kirk. You double team JJ, Jay Jettas. Feeling he can leave on single because as much as he's still that guy, he's dropping passes. Osborne, I'm worried about because he's that third guy who's got good speed. And you get TJ Hockenson. But if you can limit a running back play, and if you can limit Jay Jettas, if you have to force Kirk to go to TJ, to go to Adam, or go to KJ, or if you're really running sweeps and play actions, now you're forcing us to go side to side and having Curl come up, or having Jamin come up, or having Ben come up, or forced to come kill a man, just spear him right in half. Now you're asking for fumbles and you're asking for interceptions.
Yeah, because he'd sit there and play action. Next thing you know, he's got Jamin Davis, Cam Curl,
right in the face.
Forrest,
Yep.
somebody in his face. That's why, play actions. Oh, that's why if you're blitzing, you need a blitz. You shouldn't play this, I'm gonna wait 3-4 seconds and I'm speed rush inside. That doesn't work well. Just sit there, if you're showing it, show it. If not, he hikes
Yep.
it, you rush in there because once he turns, you're either in his face or you just hit him.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Well, here's another thing. Jay Jettas isn't having a real good season right now. 752 total yards and 2 touchdowns. The only time he got the ball in the end zone was week 1 against Green Bay. That was the last time he's had a touchdown. He had 184 yards against Green Bay, 48 against Philly, 14 against versus Detroit, 147 against New Orleans, 154 against Chicago, 107 to Miami, and 98 to Arizona. He's getting targeted 8, 10, 12 times a game. But guys like Okuda, Slay, Bradbury, if you can keep Jettas under 7 targets and under 60 yards, now you're forcing Kirk to play on the outside. Now you're forcing Kirk to make a different play call, which hasn't always been his speed.
Nope.
Is that a lot to ask? Yes. Really, this is a test to see if we can keep up against Philly and Dallas again. Because we got shelled, but we held them, which was the weird thing.
Agreed. And this is a Ron Rivera team. He always does start slow. Like every year we played, we started pretty slow. Then mid-season we got better, went on a win streak, and then
Yep.
either playoffs or missed a shot. I don't think Philly is good as everybody says they are. I truly don't. I think some better teams going to verse them, and they're going to get banged up, and they'll bend. Cowboys, they're hit or miss. They're probably a top 12 team. I'm not going to put them top 6, but
Yeah. Well, Dallas defense teams in the game. Philly's offense is Philly, like, if for those who have stuck around since the beginning of Ballin Burgundy, if you guys were here when Chiseled was on, shout out to him. He even highlighted Philly's a first half, second quarter team. They don't finish games.
No, that's what's going to hurt them.
Our game especially, they went up 24 and then bombed. They should have put up 60 against us. They only put up 24.
Yeah, and they run the kind of a similar scheme, like the option scheme, like the Ravens.
Yep.
The only way you stop that is, blitz heavy, QB spy, and then you have one linebacker to go to the QB, the other linebacker to get the running back. That's how you stop it. That's how college, especially when Clemson had Taj Boyd back in 2010s, I think. Taj Boyd.
Yep.
They used to run the options nonstop. And stop that. Other teams like Bama, one guy with one linebacker straight up the middle running back. That's his only goal, unless he sees something different. The other guy watching the quarterback. That's the only way you beat the option.
We just got to keep him limited on everything. Score-wise, I'm going higher. I'm going 28-25. Last second 45-yard field goal. We win. That's what I'm going with.
Wow. I also think it's going to be a high scoring game. I think it's going to be the last person with the ball wins kind of game.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna start slow like we normally do. But I think we'll do a comeback. I think halftime it's going to be probably we'll go 14-10. We'll probably be losing halftime.
Yeah.
But third quarter, I think Kirk Cousins is going to mess up, throw a pick, maybe a pick six, first pick six of the year. and I think we're gonna win
Yeah.
30-27.
I think 30-27. God damn. I say we need 2 picks in this game. We need 2. I think you have 1 near the goal line because they're gonna throw the. I think if we hold them to 2 down, I think that if they go 3rd and goal and they pass, we need to pick there. And then I say we get a Jamin Davis pick right around the 40.
I don't know about a pick. I think we'll have strip sack.
Strip sack, pick. We just need 2 or more turnovers this game.
I think St. Just or Cam Curl is going to get 1 interception, and I think Davis is going to get probably Davis, or if Holcomb plays, one of our linebackers is going to get a pick. Cousins is going to do that hot route.
Yep.
Sees it's a blitz. They're going to go back in zone. He's going to throw it real quick, and that's where it gets picked.
Yeah, I can also see that. But guys, that's gonna about do it here. Like we went over the Snyder bombshell, not only with him possibly selling the team, but the financial investigation under the Commanders and more him. And then our predictions. Anything else you want to add, Justin?
No, nothing else. Sorry about that.
No,
It froze.
No, you're good. It happens. But guys, that's gonna about do it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell. Tells you every time we post a new video, post a new reel. Go over on Instagram, Ballin in Burgundy podcast, all one word on Instagram. Go follow us there. All of the descriptions down, or all of the links, everything's gonna be down in the description, as always. And that's gonna do it, guys. Like I said, 1 o'clock Sunday at home against Minnesota. I want to see some of y'all there. I also want to see y'all's predictions down in the comments too. Whether for me, I said 28-25. Justin's at 30-27. If you think it's going to be a 7-3 game, I want to see it. We want to see it down in the description or down in the comments.
Agreed. Hey, remember, new kind of energy now. Dan Snyder selling the team, guys. This is it.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, guys. Just keep it going, keep it rolling, and don't forget, y'all stay balling out there. We'll see you guys.
See you guys.